Edwards!
The NBA's American future is already upon us, and his name is Anthony Edwards. You've undoubtedly heard a lot about Anthony Edwards recently if you're an NBA fan. This rising talent from the Minnesota Timberwolves has been drawing attention and creating waves in the NBA. With his incredible dunks and crucial game-winning tactics, Edwards has easily established himself as an international figure. However, how did this talented youngster become an iconic name? Let's take a trip down the memory lane and see how Anthony Edwards rose to prominence in the NBA. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so you can stay informed about our upcoming content. It all started in 2020 when Edwards was chosen by the Timberwolves as the first overall choice in the NBA draft. Edwards was renowned for his rapid athleticism and scoring skills when he came out of the University of Georgia. Understanding his enormous potential, Edwards held himself to a high level. Despite his immense talent, nobody could have foreseen how swiftly he would become an international sensation. His journey is one of persistence and steadfast determination.
He has everything you want in this next generation, this next wave of superstars.
Now, let's go back a little to look at Anthony Edwards' journey in more detail. Edwards was born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and came from a family that loved sports. His mother excelled as a high school basketball player, while his father played collegiate basketball. So, young Anthony was naturally attracted to sports and shown early skills in basketball and football. As a child, Edwards had his share of difficulties. His mother suffered cancer, and his father died when he was just 14 years old. Despite these challenges, Edwards never deviated from his goals and turned to basketball as a form of inspiration and escape. He frequently attributes the principles of perseverance and hard work to his mother and grandmother. At Atlanta Holy Spirit Preparatory School, Edwards rose to prominence as a basketball player very fast. After attracting the attention of college scouts with his outstanding high school career, Edwards decided to play for the University of Georgia. He maintained his impressive play as a freshman at Georgia, averaging 19.1 points per game. He received the title of the SEC Freshman of the Year and earned all SEC First Team awards. A 37-point effort against Michigan State, where he displayed his abilities to dominate a game and score points, was one of the most memorable highlights of his collegiate career. The Timberwolves' selection of him with the first overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft was not surprising given his stellar on-court performance, which solidified his position as a top NBA prospect. Moving forward, let's explore Edwards' early NBA years. For Edwards, his family, and admirers who had followed his growth from a childhood basketball fan to a top draft prospect, his selection to the 2020 NBA was a major accomplishment. Edwards made an immediate impression in his first NBA season. His highlight reel dunks and ability to make his own shot made him famous very quickly. Despite being a rookie, he displayed a level of faith and courage that deceived his age and experience. Moreover, Edwards' versatility as a scorer is among his most remarkable qualities. Standing 6 feet 4 inches tall, he has the capacity to score from beyond the arc, drive to the basket with power, and pull up for mid-range jumpers. This complex scoring approach makes him an interesting matchup for opposing defenses, as he can take advantage of various defensive strategies. During his rookie season, Edwards averaged 19.3 points per game and broke several freshman scoring performance records, showcasing his scoring brilliance. In every game he played, his ability to score points in a number of ways made him an interesting player to watch. But Edwards won over teammates and fans with more than just his on-court performances. He was adored in the Timberwolves locker room because of his captivating spirit and attractive manner. He became a fan favorite because of his personality, which was evident in both his frank post-game interviews and his lighthearted joking with teammates. Why don't we take a moment to highlight some of the biggest moments in Edwards' career so far? As the 2022 to 2023 season approached, Edwards kept improving. He enhanced his defensive abilities and became a more reliable scorer. He became well known for his ability to step up in crucial situations and had several games with 40 points or more. Over 16 games, Edwards has put up solid numbers, averaging 22 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 3.4 assists, proving he can hold his own against tough competition. Additionally, he displayed his ability to play well under pressure by making the game-winning shot in the closing seconds. However, the 2023 NBA All-Star Weekend was undoubtedly one of Edwards' most important career turning points. After being chosen to play in the Rising Stars Challenge, Edwards put on a spectacular display, scoring 31 points and winning MVP honors. His position as one of the league's most promising young players was further solidified by his performance. In the 2023 to 2024 season, Edwards elevated his performance to a completely new level. In 79 games in 2023 to 24, he averaged an incredible 25.9 points per game, 5.4 rebounds, and 5.1 assists. He is unique in ways that go beyond his stats. It's his capacity to win games and make clutch plays that counts the most. His performance against the Golden State Warriors in November 2023 was one of his most memorable games. The audience went crazy when Edwards made the game-winning shot out of the arc in the closing seconds with the Timberwolves down 2 points. Anthony Edwards earned 33 points and the Timberwolves defeated the Golden State Warriors 116-110 on Sunday night for their 6th straight victory. In addition to giving Minnesota the victory, Edwards' shot maintained his image as an exceptional player. He is now the Timberwolves' go-to scorer and someone they can count on to help them get through difficult times. Edwards has often demonstrated his ability to step up, whether it's making a critical defensive stop or shooting a game-winning shot. While the NBA's most anticipated season was underway in 2024, Anthony Edwards distinguished himself by anchoring the Minnesota Timberwolves' postseason run. Edwards, who was aiming for his and the team's first ever NBA championship, secured his reputation in the spotlight with a playoff career-high 43 points in the second round against the defending champion Denver Nuggets. Regardless of being in the beginning phases of the playoffs, Edwards has already fixed the history books. With his 200-plus points in one postseason, he joined Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett as the 4th player in Timberwolves history to do so. While Kevin Durant and LeBron James departed quickly in the first round, Anthony Edwards made it to the Western Conference Finals. And although his team lost to the Dallas Mavericks, the new guy in town is determined to take over the block. Saying that this consistent level of success is unexpected would be harsh. NBA fans have become familiar with his signature highlight play and leading scores. The nickname Ant-Man from his father quickly mirrored his athletic skills, making what appeared the impossible shot very much possible.
And show the world how a kid from Atlanta, Georgia can lead his country to a gold medal.
However, of course, everybody has their fair share of hardships, and Edwards is certainly not an exception. He had to cope with the expectations and pressure of being selected high in the draft. Both fans and critics have criticized him, but he never let it affect him. Rather, he used it as inspiration to disprove his opponents. One such instance occurred when Edwards experienced a shooting slump in the 2022 to 2023 campaign. Despite the criticism he received for his shot selection, Edwards worked harder to enhance his shooting technique. He not only recovered from the slump at the end of the season, but also improved as a scorer. His perseverance, work ethic, and unwavering drive to get better made him special. He worked on his shooting, ball handling, and defensive talents in the gym for endless hours. Being able to accomplish so much success at a young age is mostly due to his unmatched dedication to his job. However, we must not look over Anthony Edwards' humorous side. He is well known off the field for his contagious smile and lighthearted attitude. Whether it's sharing jokes with teammates or telling humorous tales in interviews, Edwards has a unique ability to connect with people around the world.
He gets the players energized just with his personality.
Frequently spotted dancing and having fun on social media, he shows his supporters that he doesn't always take things way too seriously. Edwards' journey is proof of the strength of determination and hard work. He has stayed committed to his objectives and kept becoming better in spite of all the obstacles and disappointments he has encountered. His narrative inspires young athletes worldwide, showing that everything is achievable with commitment and willpower. So, what's next for Anthony Edwards? For this rising talent, the possibilities are endless. He has the ability to become one of the NBA's premier faces thanks to his abilities and dedication. He is already being compared to NBA greats like Michael Jordan by some individuals, and some have even called him the league's next big thing. His rise to prominence in the NBA is the result of hard effort and an undying love for the sport. From his early years in Atlanta to his ascent to NBA stardom, Edwards has faced and surmounted many obstacles with grace and courage. He is one of the most captivating young players to watch because of his contagious charisma and unquestionable talent, which has won him over both teammates and fans. We, as Anthony Edwards admirers, are eager to see what the future brings. Time will tell, but one thing is certain: Anthony Edwards is a name you want to remember forever. Therefore, pay attention to number 5 the next time you watch a Timberwolves game. You might see a glimpse of another amazing moment as Anthony Edwards seeks to establish himself as one of the NBA's best players. If we ask you, what are your thoughts on Edwards' incredible journey and in what way it inspires you? Share with us in the comments section below. Also, if you liked this video, please share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.